Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a new moon bonus for the month of December. It's a tarot oracle reading. And Pisces, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign isn't Pisces, we still all have a little bit of Pisces in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Pisces in? That's where this energy is going to show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I already shuffled the cards and I've cut them, and I'm just giving them a quick shuffle here, and we will begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And so the underlying energy for the overall reading is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant represents a traditional structure, and it also represents, it can be a blessing coming in. The Hierophant has this hand in the form of a blessing, and this can represent judgment or some sort of traditional structure, legal systems, that kind of energy coming down from the spiritual down into the physical. So if a judgment is being made above, it's being made below kind of energy. And the Hierophant is highly respected as someone that is an authority figure, and that sometimes and in this picture, it looks like they're dressed like the Pope. And that's the kind of energy it is. It's an authority of like someone who's in at the top of their level of government, of a religion, of that kind of energy. So we have an authority figure beginning this reading, and then we have it's some sort of authority over some energy around the Lover's card. So the Lover's card originally was a card about choice, about who are you going to choose for your partner. But it has many meanings that it could have. So the Lovers is coming in as a card of, two people who are married, or, a couple of some sort, or are going to meet or have met. It depends. These readings, because they're general, are past, present, future. And so take it whatever works for you and leave the rest. And so this energy is an indication that some sort of lover is coming into your life. And it's a blessing, according to the Hierophant. And the sun is behind it, and that represents God, the Most High, who the Hierophant is working for. So that's the energy. And so this energy is in charge of your internal forces. What you have control over. And so the internal forces are the what ifs in life. What if this happens? What if that happens? That kind of energy. And the first card out is the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about the power of spin. Like, this is already in motion, whatever this is, this blessing that the Hierophant is bringing in. And it seems to have something to do with having a lover. This cloud in between sometimes means that the lovers don't really know each other as well as they think they do, or they've never met yet, so you don't know who it is yet. This energy is indicating that you're on your destined path, and that there's no reins here. And the reason there's no reins is this is actually destiny controlling this. So this can represent karma being cleared, and it can represent actually moving to another location. If there's some sort of justice that needs to be dealt with in the legal system in 3D, this can represent law enforcement, because in the old days, they used to have what they called black and white, the black and whites. And that was the color of the police cars. And so that's the energy coming in from that. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So if you are looking for a lover, the Queen of Cups would be an awesome choice for marriage, and like a fulfilling relationship that has some, ability to be something that's lasting. So because the Queen of Cups, she's holding a cup of love in her lap here, or above her lap, and it's got a lid on it. And this is representing that she's a container for unconditional love. So this is someone that loves her family, loves her country, loves her, loves her animals, her children, the neighbors, and that this is someone who has unconditional love in general. And then specifically for her home and her family and her partner and her children, grandchildren, that kind of energy. And so she is like the perfect marriage partner. She is someone that you would be able to trust and that you can count on to run a household, that kind of energy. This is more of a traditional, just like this is a traditional. This is like a traditional marriage, what it would be. Oh, I'm just going to grab my cat and let her come up here. She wants to come and be part of the reading. Hi, Stella. Yeah, you be a good girl and you lay down now. We're in the middle of it. She says, I know. That's why I came up here. I want to see what happens. Now she's got happy feet. So happy feet moving forward. And then we have happy feet here. Your timing is perfect as usual, Stella. And so this is talking about this person is standing on a firm foundation, a solid foundation for finances. It's small finances, and this sometimes, because it's small, it sometimes can represent someone who's been playing it safe. And this card comes with a warning, like don't sell yourself short. This is representing 3 levels of money. There's safe money, then there's your heart's desires, and then there's your crowning glory. So this is like, what do you want to, what are you going to go for here? So it's saying that don't settle. You're a star, and stars don't settle. Stars shine bright. So this card coming in represents this person is dipping into the universal waters. So she's adding her own flavor to the universal soup. Plus, she's taking that and pouring from 2 vessels, and one of them she's pouring onto the earth. So this is talking about taking the energy from the universe, adding to your own flavor to it, and then mixing the 2 and pouring that energy down to the earth. And you notice like there's a pentacle here and there's 5 streams here. So this also represents the abundance that you want to bring to the earth. And so you are meant to, this is talking about with the Chariot card that you are on your divine path, like on what your destiny is, or you need to be getting into that destiny. And perhaps there's someone coming in that's destined for you. Then we have, okay, so in the past, and this is the energy of disappointment. And these are cups of love. So in the past, this could represent other relationships that you've had that have been ended in disappointment. And now the universe, God, is handing you another cup of love and saying, take this one. But you're like, nah, if it's going to be the same as these last 3 relationships I was in, I'm not interested. I'd rather just not take it. Like, I just don't want to go through that again. Or it can be, you've been with one person and they've put you through a lot 3 times, and 3 strikes and you're out kind of energy. And then we have the energy of reconciliation. So this could mean, this is 6 of Cups, and this is something regarding reconciliation. So reconciliation or reuniting, and the first step to reconciliation is forgiveness. So this energy could be about you like maybe thinking about forgiving someone for what they did or whatever. And it could be about forgiving yourself, that kind of energy. And forgiveness does pave the path for reconciliation. But just when you forgive someone, that doesn't automatically mean that you want to reconcile with them. So this energy is talking about there is an opportunity for reconciliation, but this can often mean reconciliation of your past within yourself. This, when you first look at this card is full of a lot of illusions. This appears to be, 2 kids maybe playing and there's someone in the background watching over them. But when you look more closely, this is actually an old woman or a young woman, depending on which face you see in that. And so this figure represents the energy of, do you see like the beauty in life, or do you see the old, like what's falling apart kind of energy? And then this is actually a gnome, and this gnome is offering this person a cup, and she's got a glove on, and she's like this white mitt. can represent like someone who doesn't want to get their hands dirty. And so that could be like the energy that you're in. And this is about that plain small energy, like then, because this could have happened a really long time ago. There's 6 cups here, and all the 6 cups out of all the cup cards in the tarot, these are the only ones that have flowers growing in them like this, all the same. And the energy, and this is actually, this plant is datra, and that is like a plant that some shamans use to create visions for people and in ceremonies. And so it's very highly poisonous, so it's not something to ever use for that reason, you know, but unless you're a shaman and you know what you're doing. So what this is saying is that what you see may be an illusion, and what happened in the past may be an illusion. And it's something maybe that you've been hanging on to, and that's what's keeping you in this disappointed state. Maybe what you thought happened in the relationship actually didn't happen it was just maybe hearsay or whatever. And so this is an energy of choosing whether or not, if at the very least, to reconcile this within your mind and in your heart, so that you can move on and accept another cup and let go of the disappointments of the past to like create new. And the new moon is a perfect time to do that, Pisces. And Pisces is a very deep energy, and like this Hierophant energy is very much Pisces. So when Pisces feel deeply, like their emotions run deep. And we have here, this card is representing your self-image, your identity, how you see yourself right now. So it's about, you see yourself going on the right path, and you see yourself like it's on the move. And perhaps you've been waiting for the Hierophant to come in with a blessing, and you know you can feel it coming, or past, present, future, you just received the blessing or you're about to receive it, and that might have something to do with this reconciliation energy. So this position is about your abundance and how you feel about yourself, the value, how do you value yourself? And you feel like you're a person that has unconditional love. And if you were with someone, that's what you would want, is unconditional love back in return. And then this is about your early childhood communication about money, I feel. And so you might have been taught that, you know, money's hard to come by. You know, you have to save for a rainy day. Don't waste your money. Don't, you know, risk any money, that kind of energy. But sometimes if you know, to be able to move forward and to embrace change fully, you have to take some risks. And so this is about, again, warning not to play too small, or you could end up missing out on some really fabulous opportunities here. And so this is about your emotional foundation, how you see the universe. Do you see the universe as a place of lack, or as a place where there's unlimited possibilities? The disappointment here, it feels like it's about love, about your love life, and maybe not feeling loved even when you were a child or something like that. Maybe you were the middle child. That's the kind of energy. So you've gone to higher ground, and you know, you're sitting here. But the thing is, how long are you going to sit here being all cranky like this? Are you going to be disappointed for the rest of your life? Is that what you're going to do, is just sit under this tree and never move again? Never accept love from anyone again? So this is about reconciling that with you, this disappointment within yourself first and foremost. Then if you do want to, you know, reconcile with someone, you could. And you might recognize that what you thought had happened wasn't really what happened. This energy is, when you look in the background, at first it looks like someone who's watching over the children, but then you look and this person is walking away. So maybe someone walked away from you, you know? Or maybe you're thinking about walking away from the past and just moving towards the new. And the universe, in the form, like the Hierophant justice, is bringing you a blessing of the perfect lover for you, rather than taking like leftovers from the past kind of energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So this is actually defining and the underlying energy for the external forces. So this is what you have control over. And this energy here is about your daily routine and your habits. And what it's saying is maybe if you want to meet this person, you need to get out and about a little bit more, you know? Like, it's highly unlikely. It could happen, but it's highly unlikely that Prince Charming is just going to come and knock on your door out of the blue and say, hey, I've got unconditional love for you, and I've been searching everywhere for you, and I couldn't find you outside your place, so I'm coming to your place and knocking on your door to meet you. It could happen, but it would probably be quite rare. And so that's what this is talking about, is to get your get this destiny moving. And the Wheel of Fortune is actually represented by Sagittarius energy, and that's what this new moon is in. So this is about getting moving. This card can actually represent actually moving also. So the first card out for the external forces. The external forces are kind of the energy of where you're wondering what the E.F. happened, what external forces came in to cause my life to be like this. But if it's because you have the Nine of Pentacles from going from the Four of Pentacles, that's a pretty amazing shift. And so this energy is saying that maybe from all of this, you've been working on this, and now the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. And it was a blessing that you didn't have a lover that you had this time just to isolate and do the work on yourself, get over your disappointment, reconcile everything within yourself. And now you're ready for love, like the wheel turned. And the Wheel of Fortune is actually 3 wheels in one, and it's the past, the present, and the future. And, you know, all coming together in perfect synchronicity to cause like synchronicities like bumping into someone, or, you know, just however we meet people, right? Maybe someone starts, you are at work and someone new comes in, and then, you know, that kind of energy. So this is the Nine of Pentacles is talking about, like, this is one pentacle away from like real, like this is talking about a lot of money. This is talking about generational wealth, a legacy that you can pass down to your children. And it's kind of interesting because these 3 pentacles and these 3 cups here, I feel like on some level, perhaps because you weren't putting all this time and energy into someone that didn't really care anyway, you were able to focus more on your pentacles, and now that's why you're here. And now you're going to just strengthen like that energy to the point, because you understand now that in the past maybe you were giving away too many of your pentacles. Pentacles don't just mean coins; they mean your time, your energy, your health, your wealth, your happiness. And you were trying to make others happy, but you weren't focused on your own happiness enough, and so you were giving too much away. But now you. If you've heard of Nikola Tesla said, if you understand the power of the 369, then you have the key to the universe. And so that energy is talking about this ratio of knowing how much to give, how much to take, when to give, when not to give, when to take, when not to take, who to give to, who not to, that kind of energy. And knowing that you always have to replenish yourself, just like here. So she has her hand on 6 of the pentacles, which she keeps for herself, so she can keep regenerating her energy. And she's willing to let 3 of those pentacles go and be able to put that out there, like for investments, or if, you know, family members need help or whatever, you know, that she's got it, like she's responsible. And then we have all these opportunities coming in because of it. That makes total sense. So this cup turned into 7 cups now. And so this cup is talking about, like, you're an empty vessel waiting for all these opportunities to come in. And you have not just one choice, but you have like 7 here. Now this could represent 7 people that you have, that want to date you, or you want to date, and that you're thinking about dating, or asking, like, I'm hopefully you're not asking them all to marry you, but you know what I'm talking about, the energy here. So these cups, you'll notice, like, they have Like there's flowers in this one cup, but there's a snake in the other. There's it looks like a mushroom. There's, a head in here, and this is representing beauty. So there's all these different energies, and it's up to you to choose, okay, which of these opportunities do I want to accept at this time? And how much, like, because a lot of these are actually possibilities, but they're challenges. So quite often possibilities are disguised as challenges. So some of these you might have to put more work into than others to be able to get the total energy out of them. Having said that, they're all good opportunities that you could have, and you could take them one at a time, or you could take a couple at a time, or something like that. So this is talking about you having a lot of choice, and here you are, an empty vessel now, just like, whoa, I've got so many choices, right? And that could be choices of people that that you want to date and be with. Once you have more money, you notice you have more opportunities. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but it's just like you can afford to take someone out to dinner, or you can afford to go out more. You can afford that hobby that you couldn't afford before. If you have more time to do it, that kind of energy. Yeah, and so I'm getting you're highly sought after now. That's what this is, the gift from the universe. I love this. So this energy is saying, hey, now you're highly sought after because you're someone who is stable and has let go of this disappointment. So you're fun to be with. You have an open heart. You are looking for love. You are looking for opportunities. And so the competition could be fierce. And I'm getting before, maybe you found that the competition was like with other people for the people you wanted to date was fierce. But now I feel like it's the other way around. I love that energy. So yeah, justice is served. The Hierophant is coming through. So this energy is talking about having the justice of deserving to have that love, as well as all the abundance that you have on the planet, and having choices around that. And this card sometimes is talking about conflict, but I think that once this conflict was resolved in you, now I just am getting really clearly this energy is you might have had to compete for other people to marry before or to date, but now you're the catch. Hey Pisces, you're the catch. There's plenty of fish in the sea, but you're a highly desirable one. And this is, the King of Wands is coming in here now. So the King of Wands is about fire. And what happens when you add fire to water? It creates steam, because this is all about passion. So this is talking about you looking forward. It's actually, it's coming up, I'm really looking forward to my life. That kind of energy. That you have, that you feel like you have protection from fire, you have enough abundance, you're not concerned about it, you have time that you can enjoy yourself. And the salamanders in the circle here and this one on the ground represent protection from fire. So it's kind of like you've already been through the fire, you've already done the dark night of the soul, and you're ready to move forward. You're really looking forward to it. That keeps coming up. Hey, for the first time in my life, I'm really looking forward to, getting up in the morning and going on an adventure and not having to always think, can I afford it? That kind of energy. And the universe is saying, yes, that is justice, because you followed your divine path here. And the wheels of fortune are now turning in your favor. And this is also, this King of Wands is also a Sagittarius energy. So the energy is of adventure and, passion for life. And it's awesome. Yeah, it's a whole new world. I love this energy for you, Pisces. This is awesome. So, have fun out there. It's really good. So if you're liking this reading, what's not to like? Please do like and comment. It really helps me build my channel. And I'm going to clarify this now for those of you that want more clarification. I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector, which I began in 2007. And it is, I completed 64 paintings by 2020. Some of them are really big dragon paintings. And this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this energy you can find at Tales from the Vector, TAILS from thevector.com. I have a gallery of the paintings there, and so I have on these cards that I'm using the numbers of the paintings as they, and I will put them in the description box below of the order that they come in this reading, and then you can go to the website if you're interested and just take a look at, you'll know which paintings to take a look at. Okay, so I'm just shuffling while I'm talking here because I want to tune into this energy. My oracle cards are jumpy because they've been wanting to get out here for a while. I'm working on the book, so I'm working on the information, and I want to make sure I get it right. And then I'll bring the actual tarot deck out, or the oracle deck. Whoa, here's the card that wants to come out. So this is confirming that you are a star. And that you can choose to behave like, not behave like a child, but adopt that childhood innocence about life, and, you know, have more fun and play more. Like, that's a choice we make. Even when we're in a lot of hardship or we have to work hard, it's, you know, we can play hard too. And so that's the energy. You are meant to be a star. And you're on this path, and the wheel, like this is confirming, yes, the wheel is turning, and you are a star. And then the underlying energy for the bottom, or for the, this is transition. So this card has been coming up for pretty much everyone. This doesn't, and this is a card of transition. So whatever kind of relationships you were in the past that didn't work out for you, this is saying that you've gone through a transition, you've healed this energy, and because of that, you're attracting a different energy. And this is beautiful energy for moving into the new moon here. Really, like, so I would suggest possibly, like, get out there a little bit. You don't have to force it, but just, you know, put yourself out there a little bit that way. And if it's like wanting to get into a line of work or start a project that you love and it's not about romance, you know, like, really get started on it in some small way, just to put that energy out before we go into the next year, so that when you go into January, you're in this one energy. I'm already, you know, I've already made the choice that I'm going to do the new, and I'm already on it. You know, I got a head start. And so this energy is talking about the Chariot, because yes, this energy is already in motion. And this is about intentions. So this can be a karmic space that we fall into, where we have good intentions and then it doesn't work out. That happen, you know, the reason for that is because quite generally when we have an intention, quite often we have an expectation about how that will play out. And as soon as we have an expectation of how it plays out, or what the person looks like, or who they are, that kind of energy, it creates limitation. So it's, and the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Like, so you can end up being on the wrong path and being in relationships that don't work out. Having said that, that's how we learn. And maybe you just weren't mature enough to settle down with someone yet that was the perfect person for you. And if you would have been with them earlier, you wouldn't have been in this energy, and you wouldn't have attracted them, that kind of energy. Yeah, there we have it confirmed. If you have expectations in love, it's foolish. So then you're going to be on a foolish journey. You're going to be disappointed by the limitations of expectations. You have to be more open-minded about the kind of, because I'm getting like, if you're you may not realize it, but your energy has changed a lot in the last year, I'm getting. And like, if you've gone deep and, you know, you decided, okay, I've been disappointed and I really want to make some changes here, and you've really gone inward and really worked on that, then you have a really strong foundation for moving forward and look at in a foolhardy way. I love this. So this is like Pisces. It's really cleared. Let go of your expectations in love and anticipate it instead. Then you'll be foolhardy on your path, your destined path, the one that God put you on earth to be a star for. And you're a superstar in 26. I love how sometimes the cards just make me laugh so much because it's just so clear. Yeah, if we wanted clarity, we have it. You are a star and you are going to shine bright in 2026. And that's why you need to let go of the expectations, because you don't want to be the same way where like before your energy shifted into this new, really super powerful energy. And this is about really speaking your truth and being who you are. And I love this energy for you. And this is talking about Capricorn having the ambition. Yeah, so this energy, I just feel like this is talking about not necessarily seeing, like Capricorn energy is like they can see, Capricorn energy is the mountain goat, and they climb up the mountain and like a mountain goat, and some of the walls are so steep and you're wondering how did they get up there? And especially Capricorn, the glyph is a mountain goat with a fishtail. So it's kind of like, imagine as a fish trying to climb up the mountain. You have a front end of a goat and the back end of a tail of a fish, but that gives you a strong rudder. And so this energy is about being responsible for your own energy. Really, really cool energy. And then we have a tower coming in here on this reconciliation energy. So you may have ended up having a divorce, and you said, I'm done with love. And the worst divorce though is from source. So if you're not on the path that you were destined from, then your things have a tendency to feel that way. So whether this could just have been a separation that you had in your in the energy, like you had someone and you were going to get married, but it didn't work out, and it happened over and over again. Or this could represent 3 marriages, or just one marriage where there was, 3 strikes, you're out kind of energy. All sorts of different variations. This is a general reading. So this is the energy of really kind of knowing inside, like, oh, this isn't quite right, but going ahead anyway, because thinking, what I don't know won't hurt me. And it actually can. And one of the things that it hurts the most is like the missing out on opportunities because of it. Then we have devotion to your path. And this is also a Sagittarius energy, which is what this new moon is in Sagittarius. And so this is talking about being patient. Sagittarians are not known as the patient sign. They like action. But if you are devoted to your path and you take the time to go inward and heal, then you will be able to have that reconciliation within yourself, and the patience will pay off, because now you'll be in like this energy here instead of this energy here. Like you've come a long way. And then we have the Virgo energy about having things in alignment. So this is also about communication and what are you going to contribute. And this is about looking at the challenges as possibilities. So instead of criticizing, being in, or maybe criticizing yourself as well, because Virgos have a tendency to do that a lot. It's more about analytical critique. Analytical critique is when you actually are analyzing the situation and you're adopting that more Aquarian energy that we're in now, to be able to like observe, experiment, observe again, experiment again, that kind of energy. And then we have the High Priestess. So yeah, the High Priestess uses their intuition and they follow the cycles of the moon. So understanding that if there's anything left that from the Gemini full moon, which was on December 4th, that you haven't released yet, that would be holding you back from moving forward in this wonderful energy here, that you might want to let it go before the 20th, before the new moon energy comes in, so that you're on a fresh start. And then we have Libra. And so this is about having the, having it's on the Justice card. So it's like you could have a really good relationship with someone that's mature enough, adult now. This is the marriage card also. Like Libra energy is like you're old enough to be responsible enough to get married now. And using your anticipation rather than expectation. So this is really confirming over and over again that you're worthy of this energy, and this is all you need to do now. You've already done the hard work. Now you need to put yourself out there and not sell yourself short. And then we have the Judgment coming in here also. So this is about being unfettered. This is the cosmic heart. And this is saying, again, this is a gift because you did the work to open your heart up to the possibilities again, that now the Judgment has come down from above. And this is like your unfettered energy. And you are, like you deserve to have this life that you've envisioned. And, it's kind of like that energy I was talking about. Like, really, I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to my life. And the world is on the world. I love it. So this is saying, yes, the whole world is at your feet or in your hands. And yeah, really, really awesome energy for you. And there's something about 2021 here. The year 2021. And that was like, during that time when a lot of us were under mandates and stuff. So that, maybe back then something happened in your relationship or whatever. A lot of people really at that time, because everybody was forced to be together more, found out they didn't like each other as much as they did before when they barely saw each other. That kind of energy. So you deserve better. And, I really enjoyed this reading. I hope you've also enjoyed it. If you have, please do like and comment. And consider subscribing to the channel if it resonates with you. It would be an honor for me if you did. And I will be back with another reading at the end of the month. Bye for now, Pisces. Okay, Stella, you have to get up now. I'm going to turn the camera off. Oh, are you mad? You were having a nice sleep.